Hello to all, and now, I should have changed this to read 18. Now we are moving on to Unit 18, to the second half of terms that are coming from Kafka Metamorphosis. Okay? Unequivocally. Unequivocally means a way that leaves no doubt. He was unequivocally the best reader in the whole class. He was unequivocally the finest knight errant that ever roamed the plains of Spain. Okay, a Don Quixote, for example. To scuttle is to destroy or to wreck something. So if Ariel scuttles the plan of Antonio and Sebastian to kill the king and Gonzalo, that means that Ariel put a stop to it. She destroyed their plan. Showing great composure is showing a calmness of mind or bearing or appearance. To be composed, to be poised, right? A splotch is a stain or a spot on the wall, right? Or so anywhere, a spot, a splotch on the ground. If you're incapable of doing something, it means you are lacking the capacity or the ability to do something. Right? You're not fit for doing something. Like Antonio was incapable of feeling remorse throughout the entire play. To scamper is to run about nimbly and playfully. So you're not, moving with great plodding or drudgery if you're scampering. Malice is obviously evil. You see the root word mal there. It is a desire to cause pain, a desire to cause suffering, to make somebody else feel horrible, injury, distress. That's the difference in the Inferno. The earlier circles don't necessarily have intent. They're just incontinence, but the deeper you get, the more malice is involved, the intent to cause trouble. An invalid is a disabled or sickly person. Stenography was a course that you could take or an area you could study. It was the art of writing in shorthand. It's like taking notes but with a certain kind of, symbol, a certain number of symbols. So it's writing in shorthand. So you don't have to write all the words out. Stenographers were in demand as secretaries. An admonition is a warning, a counsel against doing something. He did not listen to the admonition. He did the clerk's admonition about the boss with regard to Gregor Samsa. He warns Gregor that he's going to get fired. A counsel against fault. You've got to get to work, right? Travails. If you undergo a lot of travails, you're undergoing toil, right? A work, especially of painful or laborious nature. Like Prospero makes Ferdinand undergo certain travails by lifting all the logs and moving them from one side to the other. Implements are tools or devices. You have to have the right implement in order to complete the job. Fleeting means passing swiftly. It doesn't last. It's transitory. Like the happiness that Green Willow and Tomotato experience, it's rather ephemeral. It doesn't last. Sheer, when we say somebody is sheer genius, we mean unqualified and pure. Or if we say sheer, we could be talking about of a thin texture. A sheer coating, right? Entreaty is the act of begging, the act of pleading. An entreaty is a plea. Think of Priam, who gets down on his knees and kisses the hand of the man who killed his son. Reproach is to express. Oh, reproaches are expressions, because we use it as a noun. Expressions of disapproval or disappointment. If your teacher says that your writing is too superfluous, it means you're using too many words, exceeding what is necessary. It's extra. Okay, don't be superfluous with your words. To squirm is to twist about, to fidget. And serviettes are table napkins in Great Britain. I'm assuming that this word comes up in Kafka's Metamorphosis in some way, shape, or form. The interim between two events is the intervening time, the space. In the interim, we'll study some chapters of grammar. Tottering is being in an unstable condition. If someone is tottering as a form of getting around, moving, it means that they're walking unsteadily. Like Stefano and Trinculo, right? Because they've had so many bottles of wine on the island. A state of perplexity is a state of bewilderment. Think of Miranda when she sees the brave new world, all the people there, and she says, oh, brave new world that has such people in it. She's just in a state of awe. Think of Torvald when he finds out about the truth with regard to Nora. How could she do this? Conviction is the art or process of finding someone guilty. We know that in a court of law. But we could also talk about conviction as a strong belief. He was a man of great conviction. Right? Vicinity is the surrounding area. Clear the vicinity when someone gets hurt. Clear the surrounding area. To get a glimpse is to get a quick look at. You want to take a quick glance. When a wound is inflamed, it means that the wound is painful and perhaps swollen, maybe even hot to the touch. We know inflame means to anger, right? To feel dismay is expressing or showing feelings of sadness, feelings of alarm or concern. She was dismayed. She was concerned. She was worried. Concern, worry. When two people squabble, they quarrel. And it's often over something petty. If it's a squabble. To be engulfed is to enclose or surround. To flow over. And voluptuous is a description suggesting sensual pleasure. If you talk about somebody's shape being voluptuous, they're certainly not thin. They're full. There's fullness to it. Curves, very curvaceous. Beauty of form. Rubenesque, if you will. Okay, and those are the terms for Unit 18. Thank you.